Even since before we evolved into sapiens, our ancestors would have had to have struggled to understand what death means and try to quantify it so that they could live with loss and process their grief. Rituals around passing away have existed before we were sapiens. The oldest believed burial site of human ancestors was found by archaeologists in South Africa. Homo naledi appears to have been intentionally leaving their remains in the Rising Star Cave. If we're right and this burial site was used as an intentional tomb by Homo naledi, then that means humans have been performing intentional burial rituals for their loved ones and tribe members for over 200,000 years. Google will tell you that the oldest known belief system around an afterlife comes from the dynastic Egyptians, but that's not exactly true. We've found multiple cultures from around that time period of Göbekli Tepe that used to mummify the heads of their lost loved ones with the intention of keeping them in their homes as a way to stay connected with their deceased family members. The people of Göbekli Tepe were one of these cultures. What makes Göbekli Tepe unique to this skull cult practice is that they also have carvings on some of their pillars that appear to depict headless bodies dancing and running around. This seems to imply that somehow their now headless bodies would continue on in some kind of an afterlife existence. Back in that time, priests or the shaman of the tribe used to take hallucinogenic substances as part of a ceremony. They would then crawl into some sort of a cubby hole that was either carved into stone or into a wall. They would set their intentions to communicate with different kinds of spirits. Often, the shaman would communicate with the ancestors of the tribe. Their belief was that the ancestors would help offer guidance and wisdom. One day, while I was doing research for my Fallen Angels video, I decided I was going to mention the Dogon tribe, and that's when I came across their beliefs on the afterlife. The Dogon believe that we reincarnate into our own families, and that our ancestors will one day come back as our own children, our own nieces and nephews, and our own grandchildren. What this means is that during the time that the Dogon first formed, there was likely a multitude of cultures and tribes that believed that exact same thing. Knowing this, that makes the concept of ancestor worship and ancestor communication make a lot more sense.